Well, g'day there folks, TK Tex 1 here with another flight sim video, and today we are at Ayers Rock Airport in Central Australia, very close to Ayers Rock, or as it's now known, Uluru. And today we'll be flying this magnificent aircraft, which is the A2A Simulations Cherokee. And I've been flying this aircraft pretty much exclusively now for some time. I think I've racked up about, I don't know, 80 hours or something like that on it. Just beautifully modeled. I really am impressed with A2A. I've got several of their aircraft, but I decided after about 10 years of flying around with FSX, it was probably time to actually, do it their way and actually learn how to manage the systems on this aircraft. At this stage, I've been using the Bendix King stack, which I've had to learn pretty much from scratch. There have been some very helpful videos on YouTube for that, so thanks to everybody who's contributed there. And on my way back to Brisbane, which I'm actually flying from Brisbane across to Perth now. So on my return trip, I'm going to actually cut in some of the GPS and learn how to use that properly. And while I certainly don't profess to have mastered the whole aircraft at this stage, I think I've probably learned enough to be dangerous. But anyway, we're going to do a bit of a flight over Uluru. So I'll get through all the startup checklists and we'll see you out on the airfield.
Yankee Alpha Yankee Echo traffic Hyper November 56730 taking off runway 13 straight out departure.
Okay, nobody else in the pattern, so here we go. Just had to clear some foul plugs after my taxi out to the runway. And this is quite a long runway here, so no need for flaps on this takeoff. And away we go. Okay, so we've got airspeed indicator. Rotate about there. Just keep the nose down. Build up some speed and we'll climb out of here at about 85-90. Just adjusting for trim. And probably take this up to about 3,500. Just arm the autopilot, and that is Uluru, which is probably one of the most photographed pieces of rock that we've got in Australia anyway. Probably won't put the Hope Diamond out of business, but it's pretty impressive. So that's 2,500 we've just climbed through. And again, using the ORBX scenery, which I'm really impressed by. I've been using their stuff for quite some time. And it really is quite spectacular. Even this sort of barren desert land, they do a fantastic job. Okay, so that's got to settle down at about 3,500, just a touch above. And I have the autopilot set just to keep the wings level and altitude hold. So yeah, there's not much else around in this area. This is obviously a very popular destination for tourists, both overseas and here within Australia. But it's the only real big landmark in the whole area. There are some other hills and mountains off to the side that you can visit. So just magnificent. Now, one thing I only just learned recently, and again, I've been flying in FSX for years, and only recently realised there was a default setting where you could just press the space bar and use the mouse to look around, close up on the radio stack or anything you need to look at in particular, any particular instruments. And that may not be all that well known, so hopefully that'll help somebody. What I did do recently was attempt to install the EasyDock camera system, which I'd seen so many reviews on and seen people, FS Mania and people like that, using in their videos. And I must admit, I'm one of the people it just did not work out well for. and as much as I would love to have had that program work, it's sort of kind of half installed. I really had to disable all of my Nortons and what have you. It was throwing up warnings about Trojans and everything else hitting my computer, and I kind of got it half working, then decided it just wasn't going to happen after about 2 days of hammering away at it.
Beach Echo Uniform Bravo, traffic is 6 o'clock, 3 miles at 13,400, wind Cessna 402, port demonstrate.
But unfortunately it has, even though I've uninstalled it several times, it has left its mark on the game. It doesn't seem to have affected the performance, which is good. But I am kind of looking forward to seeing what happens with, I think it's Chase Plane is the alternative program that's still being developed. I just don't think I'm going to have much fun on my computer with EasyDock, which is a shame, but there you go. But again, all credit to ORBX for this incredible scenery package they put together. I have several of their regions. At this stage I'm flying pretty much just within Australia and doing this sort of round Australia trip, which I'm really enjoying, to be honest with you. I think also this will be about the closest I come to seeing some of these places. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be particularly thrilled about the idea of taking my vehicle all the way through these deserts just to see Uluru. But it is certainly a spectacular place in real life. I know a lot of my friends have been through there. And of course, when they do get the occasional rain, you get great cascades of water coming off this thing. It looks absolutely fantastic. Really remarkable detail. Absolutely brilliant. Alright, well, we're about to start our descent, so we'll just go through our checklist, which isn't particularly big on this aircraft in FSX. So we'll reduce our power. Our mixture is rich, and our fuel pump is on. Fuel selector on fullest tank, so we'll change tanks and disable the autopilot. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to come into our downwind a little bit higher than this, so it's going to take some of our rate of descent out of this. Oi. That's as much bad piloting on my part as a little bit of turbulence there. But we'll see if we can get the runway reasonably lined up. Maintain about, I don't know, 65, 70 knots, I guess.
Yankee, Alpha Yankee, Echo, traffic, Beach Echo, Uniform Bravo, is on downwind, runway 13.
Okay, so we have another aircraft in the pattern. Let's take some of the speed out of that now. And start our flare about here. Whoa.
Yankee, Alpha Yankee, Echo, traffic, Twin Cessna, Echo,
Okay,
Charlie,
that's the main gear down.
is on downwind, runway 13.
Nose down. Okay, we'll clean the aircraft up from there. Didn't put my landing lights on. Oh, there you go. Okay, lean that out.
Yankee, Alpha Yankee, Echo, traffic, Beach Echo, Uniform Bravo, is on base, runway 13. Yankee, Alpha Yankee, Echo, traffic, Hyper, November 56730 is clear of the runway.
Well, not the best landing and no landing lights, but I think we would walk away from that one. Okay folks, well hopefully you enjoyed that. A little bit of a look at Uluru in Central Australia. See you on the next one. TK Tex 1 out.